looking at is Mohiniyattam, which is a very graceful art form, very famous in Keralam, and that is what you just saw the performance here. As we continue to bring you all that Keralam is about. While we speak about the rich history and culture of Keralam, in today's episode of Times Now's Election Yatra, with me, Pratibha Chandran, we talk about the battle that's playing out in Palakkad, a region which has been a stronghold for the left. Out of the 12 assembly segments in the district, 10 have been won by the left, and in fact the party has won from here even when there are other parts of the state that have voted for the Congress party. Have things changed, and will there be a wind of change in Palakkad or not? What about the BJP? That's what we find out in today's episode. Today, the election yatra is in Palakkad, a prominent city in central Kerala, and one that is also often called the gateway of Kerala. Known for its vast paddy fields and scenic landscapes, Palakkad also happens to be the second largest district in the state. The politics in this district has been largely dominated by the left parties. In the last 3 assembly elections, the left has dominated this region. In 2021 elections, the left won 10 of the 12 constituencies in the district, while the Congress managed to secure 2 and the NDA drew a blank. While the Congress party will be hoping for a comeback in this region, the party has already faced a setback ahead of the elections. The incumbent Palakkad MLA, Rahul Mamkutattil, has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, and the party has been forced to correct course. No wonder then that the party has fielded a popular comedian and TV face this time from the Palakkad seat, hoping to retain this seat and put on a strong showing in the entire district. So the battle in Palakkad is between Ramesh Pisharodi of the Congress party as well as Shobha Surendran of the BJP. Interestingly, the left has fielded an independent from here. So interestingly, the battle that's playing out is between the two, but the Congress party has claimed that the LDF has fielded an independent from here because there is an alliance, a secret pact between the BJP. They claim that this is actually going to benefit the BJP from the region. Secret alliance has been a lot in conversation. The biggest talking point this election. Is that the case? What do the voters actually believe? That's what we find out. So does Ramesh Pisharodi have what it takes to undo the Congress's mistakes and ensure the Congress can dominate the Palakkad battle? Let's find out. It's not all fun and jokes in the political scenario, but there is one individual who is trying to change it all, bring in a little bit of laughter with all the seriousness that politics requires. Joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra is a very special guest. Thank you for joining us, Mr.
Hello.
Ramesh Pisharodi. You've made a mark for yourself in the world of entertainment, in the world of comedy. Now you've entered the battlefield of politics. How is it going?
Actually, as you said, only now I entered in the battlefield of politics. But I was there in politics and I announced my politics, and I was working for other candidates, almost 60 candidates in the past 10 years. In the last election, I went with 40 candidates to there. I stood with 40 candidates, and parliament election also. I went for campaigning for 2 parliament members. Because that I was there in politics, it's not new for me, but in parliamentary politics, when I am going to...
But you're a candidate this time.
Candidate now. It's the first time.
Okay. Since I will come to what are the promises that you're making to the people of Palakkad, why you chose the Congress party and the politics around as well. But on a lighter note, I want to ask you, what do you describe the politics of Kerala as? Do you say it's comedy? Is it a crime? Is it a thriller? How do you describe it in one word?
It's actually a series. It's not a movie. Each and every episode differs. For 2 days it will be a joke. 2 days there will be happening some crime. Sometimes it is very normal. Like that, we can't describe it in a one genre. Everything is happening in every week. It is
Okay.
changing. It don't have a common condition.
Okay, so it's a changing series that has a little bit of
Yeah,
elements from everywhere.
it's a web series.
Okay. Now that you've entered politics, what are the changes that you want to bring in and why Palakkad?
The actual answer for why Palakkad is from the leadership. They only told me to come and compete here. And why Congress is because over 200 years of British ruling when we got independence. At that time when Congress got India, it was getting after the 200 years of exploitation from the British. And the unity here was built by Congress. The secularism here was built by Congress. And they only made the country look like this. And what happened is when BJP ended and when BJP is getting an India, the people over India, most of the states have mobile phones in their hands. It was that much developed. To communicate something, to propagate something, it was easy. But there was not even a radio in a village when Congress got India. From that time, with lots of efforts, when India became this much developed, another party came and took over it. So I have to stand with the secular India, and that was my policy. Because of that, I chose Congress.
Okay, was there ever a time that you thought that maybe left is also an option, or was it always Congress?
No, I am not founded by the communism. Actually, I know that it is a not practical ideology. All over the world, all over the developed countries threw it away, and they are not at us using. And whichever countries which practice the communism, it is also now not there is not. Even in Tripura and Bengal, here also it's not working out. So actually, it can be applied. Then we don't want to. I am not interested in it.
Okay, all right. How do you see the BJP here? We, in fact, also saw so many pictures of Shobha Surendran. Do you see BJP as a threat here in your constituency in Kerala?
No, in
also?
Palakkad constituency, when election comes, we can look like this. In the number of hoardings, flags, posters and everything, BJP will be leading. And in the news and in the satellite channels and online, LDF will be leading. And when the results comes, UDF will be winning. That's the scenario. We don't need not much of posters and all.
Okay. To the people of Palakkad who are watching and to those across Kerala who are watching, what is your message? Because there is a sense that though there is anti-incumbency against the left, the Congress party is also not seen as united. So there is a fear that there could be, for the Congress leaders, that there could be a split in votes because Congress is not seen as united.
Actually, Congress is not a cadre party. What they are saying is not united is the democracy. I am saying something, and you are saying another thing, and we have a discussion. There will be conflicts, and this is democracy. And you have one leader, and he says, and you all accept. It is monarchy. There is no democracy. So in Congress party, we can discuss anything, and there is lots of democracy, and that democracy is called as the disputes over leaders and all. Actually, I like it.
Okay.
We have to like that. We
So,
have to be like that.
Is there a CM face that you have in mind? You think from the Congress
No,
he should be the CM?
there are lots of people are eligible to become the CM. It's not from the CM. Even a ward member, there will be 5 apt persons in Congress. Even a MLA candidate, there will be 5 persons who is apt for that. Just like that in the CM candidates, or we have lots of CM candidates who are eligible for that. Party leadership will decide who will be the candidate.
Okay. And what do you think about Rahul Gandhi and his leadership?
Actually, Rahul Gandhi is an educated man, and his leadership qualities also is good. But in India, after the freedom fight, what happened is protest is the main requirement for the leadership. Rahul Gandhi is a gentleman. He is not doing like that. And he knows he is a good administrator. He is not that much aggressive politician.
So do you think that
it's right for him to be leading the Congress, or you think that he's too polished, like you're saying, he's too polished and he shouldn't be leading the Congress?
No, I am not saying he's polished. I say that he's a gentleman. He's a gentle.
So is
A
he,
gentle and polish is two different words.
but
He's
is there
gentle.
space for gentlemen in politics?
Nowadays it's happening there. Almost the teenagers and new age people are watching politics very directly, and they know this is not the vision and it can't be go like this. I hope so.
Okay. In this constituency, there was also a big controversy that had broken out, and you said that Congress was the only option. But the Rahul Mamkuttatil case has embarrassed the Congress party, and there are so many questions being raised, with many also saying that even for women, is it safe? Those are the questions that are being raised by the opposition leaders. So was that a part of the hesitation that you had as well, that the fact that Rahul Mamkuttatil was here, many raising questions on whether Congress party took enough action or not? What is your stand on that?
Whenever the complaint came, it was not in police. When it was in the online itself, party took good stance and party removed him from all the political, all the party membership and all. That only party can do. He is the MLA over here and he completed his term. And when I am campaigning here, people here are not worried about all that allegations.
Okay, so now we'll quickly move to a rapid fire round. This will take only 2 minutes. One name that I'll mention, you can tell one word for them. What is the word that you think of first when we mention the Congress?
India,
Okay, and Rahul Gandhi?
leader,
Pinarayi Vijayan?
CM,
Prime Minister Modi?
100% politician.
Shobha Surendran?
No, I will not comment anything about my opponent.
Okay, Mr. Pacharudi, thank you for
Thank you very
joining
much.
us.
Thank you
on
very
Times
much.
Now's
Thank you
Election
very much.
Yatra.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
The Congress may be confident of holding the Palakkad seat, but it's not just the UDF and the LDF that's watching this seat very closely. The BJP has also fielded one of its senior leaders from the constituency, hoping to capitalize on the nearly 67% Hindu population in the district.
Well, Palakkad has many interesting sights to offer, and during our yatra, we also visited the Madippikavu temple in Tatamangalam of Palakkad. While we spoke about the politics in the region, we saw posters that were put in the Palakkad region as well, talking about the assembly constituency, posters of the BJP, the LDF, as well as the Congress party. And in the 2021 assembly elections, the BJP had in fact fielded Metroman Sridharan, and he had polled quite well, over 30% of the vote share, coming close second. This time around, is it going to get better for the BJP? We speak to Shobha Surendran.
In the 2021 elections, Shobha Surendran managed to come second in the Karakoram seat, pushing even the Congress to third place. The BJP has pinned their hopes on her. So what's her strategy to unseat the Congress and the left in Palakkad? Let's find out.
So on the campaign trail and in Palakkad, there's a bitter fight that's playing out, and we speak to the BJP candidate, Ms. Shobha Surendran. Thank you so much for joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra. Very hectic campaign that I can see. How do you see this battle that's playing out in Palakkad? How is it looking? Easy victory, or is it a tough fight?
ഇത് എൻ്റെ 10ാമത്തെ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പാണ്. 7ാമത്തെ അസംബ്ലി തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പും 3 പാർലമെൻറ്റ് തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പുകളിലും ഞാൻ മത്സരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ 3 പാർലമെൻറ്റ് തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പുകളിൽ മത്സരിച്ചപ്പോഴെല്ലാം വോട്ട് ഡബിളായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഉണ്ട്. എൻ്റെ പ്രസ്ഥാനം വളരെയേറെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതായത് രാജ്യം ഭരിക്കുന്ന ശ്രീമാൻ നരേന്ദ്രമോദിജിയോടൊപ്പം കേരളം ഹൃദയം ചേർത്ത് വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ കേരളത്തിൽ ഇടത്തോട്ടും വലത്തോട്ടുമല്ലാതെ നേർരേഖയിലൂടെ യാത്ര ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു നേർരേഖയിലൂടെ യാത്ര ചെയ്യുന്ന ഭാരതീയ ജനതാ പാർട്ടിക്ക്, NDAക്ക് ഞാനാണ് ഗ്യാരണ്ടി എന്ന് മോദിജി കേരളത്തിൽ വന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ വികസനം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പിൻ്റെയും സ്റ്റാൻഡപ്പിൻ്റെയും മേക്ക് ഇൻ ഇന്ത്യയും ഉൾപ്പെടെ ഈ രാജ്യത്തിൻ്റെ മുന്നോട്ടുള്ള പ്രയാണത്തിന് വേണ്ടി ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ലോകാരാധ്യനായിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രീമാൻ നരേന്ദ്രമോദിജിയുടെ വാക്കുകളെ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന ജനത ഒരു ഡബിൾ എഞ്ചിൻ സർക്കാർ ഉണ്ടാകണം എന്ന് അവർ കൂടി ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു.
You said that is a vision. In fact, you have a very rare distinction. In every election that you have contested, you have increased the vote share of the BJP. This time around as well, how do you see the battle, especially because in Palakkad, the Congress party says that there's an understanding between the left and the BJP. How do you respond?
അത് പറയാനുള്ള കാരണം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കോൺഗ്രസിന്റെ ലീഡർ ശ്രീമാൻ വി ഡി സതീശൻ പ്രതിപക്ഷ നേതാവിന് ജമാഅത്ത് ഇസ്ലാമി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഭീകര സംഘടനയുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധമാണ്. ആ ഭീകര സംഘടനയുടെ തിണ്ണ നിറങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ട് ആ ഭീകര സംഘടന പറഞ്ഞ വാക്ക് കേട്ട് വേങ്ങരയിലെ സീനിയർ ലീഡറായിട്ടുള്ള ലീഗിന്റെ നേതാവ് കുഞ്ഞാലിക്കുട്ടിയെ മാറ്റി മതമാണ് പ്രശ്നം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഷാജിക്ക് സീറ്റ് കൊടുക്കാൻ വിധി കൽപ്പിച്ചപ്പോൾ അതിനെ അംഗീകരിച്ച പ്രതിപക്ഷ നേതാവ്. കൂടാതെ പ്രതിപക്ഷ നേതാവിനോട് SDPIയും ഇവിടുത്തെ ഭീകരവാദ സംഘടനകളും ഒരുമിച്ച് ചേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുമ്പോൾ സാമുദായിക സംഘടനയുടെ തലപ്പത്തുള്ള NSSന്റെയും SNDPയുടെയും നേതൃത്വത്തോട് പറഞ്ഞത് ഞാൻ 10 വോട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി NSSന്റെയോ SNDPയുടെയോ തിണ്ണനിറങ്ങില്ല എന്നാണ്. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞ ശ്രീമാൻ വി ഡി സതീശൻ മറുഭാഗത്ത് ഭീകരവാദ സംഘടനകളുമായി കൈ ചേർത്ത് പിടിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ ഡീല് മറയ്ക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് പാലക്കാടിൽ ശോഭാ സുരേന്ദ്രന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടുത്തെ BJPക്ക് ഡീലുണ്ട് എന്ന് അവർ ഉന്നയിക്കുന്നത്.
Okay, നിങ്ങളുടെ അഗൈൻസ്റ്റ് കാൻഡിഡേറ്റ് രമേശ് പിഷാരോടി, do you think it's a big challenge or a popular actor? What do you think of him as a challenge?
അതിന് നമ്മൾ നിയമസഭയിൽ പോകുന്നത് അഭിനയത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയല്ലല്ലോ. അതായത് എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ തോന്നിയിട്ടില്ല. ഞാൻ ഇത്രയും കാലം തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് പോരാട്ടത്തിൽ നിന്നത് ഇതിനേക്കാൾ വളരെ കഴിവുള്ള പൊതുപ്രവർത്തന രംഗത്ത് വർഷങ്ങളോളം എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് തെളിയിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഈ നാടിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള അവരുടെ ഐഡിയോളജിയിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഗടാഗടിയന്മാരായിട്ടുള്ള നേതാക്കന്മാർക്കെതിരായിട്ടാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇദ്ദേഹത്തെ എവിടെയും ആർക്കും അറിയില്ല, പൊതുപ്രവർത്തന മേഖലയിൽ ആർക്കും അറിയില്ല. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒരാൾ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പിൽ മത്സരിക്കുന്നത് എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്, ആർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് അദ്ദേഹം വോട്ട് ചോദിക്കുന്നത് എനിക്കറിയില്ല.
ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് രാവിലെ ഒരിടത്ത് സംസാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഹി സെഡ് ദാറ്റ് BJP ഒരു കമ്മ്യൂണൽ പാർട്ടി. ദാറ്റ്സ് വാട്ട് ഹി സെഡ്, ദാറ്റ് ഇവിടെ കേരളത്തിൽ ഒരു സെക്യുലറിസം, ഒരു യൂണിറ്റി ഉണ്ട്, അത് BJPക്ക് ഇവിടെ അക്സെപ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല എന്ന്.
അതിനെ സെക്യുലറിസം എന്നുള്ള വാക്ക് പോലും ഉച്ചരിക്കാനുള്ള അവകാശം UDFനില്ല, സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥിക്കില്ല. കാരണം ജമാഅത്ത് ഇസ്ലാമിയും SDPI പോലുള്ള ഭീകരവാദ സംഘടനകളുമായി കൈ ചേർത്ത് പിടിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഇവരുടെ കോൺഗ്രസ് പ്രസ്ഥാനം മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുമ്പോൾ നാടിനെ തകർക്കാനുള്ള ഗൂഢാലോചക ശക്തികളുമായിട്ട് ഒരുമിച്ചിരുന്നു കൊണ്ട് 10 വോട്ടിന് വേണ്ടി നാടിനെ ഒറ്റിക്കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് എന്ത് മതേതരത്വത്തെക്കുറിച്ചാണ് സംസാരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുക? അവരുടെ സംസാരമല്ല അവരുടെ പ്രവൃത്തി എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അത് ജനം തെളിയിക്കും.
Okay, all right. Ms. Shobha Surendran, thank you so much for joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra. So you heard from her, and we speak to the voters as well to find out what is it that they want.
While the stage is set for a three-way contest in Palakkad, which way will the people vote? Will the left dominance continue in this region, or can Congress retain the seat and sweep the district? Where does the BJP fit in the picture? We decided to find out from those who will decide the future of Kerala's politics.
As we hit the ground in Kerala, we are going from one constituency to the other, speaking to the people to find out what are the biggest issues for them. The LDF is, of course, hoping for a third term here with Pinarayi Vijayan leading the attack. On the other hand, you have the Congress party that sees anti-incumbency that can work for it. But the BJP as well is fancying its chances this time around. What do the voters actually think? What is the kind of change that Kerala is going to see? That's what we're talking about, and we have some residents who are joining us on Times Now's Election Yatra, and let me speak to them and find out as voters what is important to them. So, when you go into voting now that the elections are coming up, what is going to be most important for you?
As far as Kerala is concerned, it is not only Kerala. People think of India also altogether. So for them it is a development which for the last 10 years the LDF Comrade Pinarayi Vijayan's government has done, and a lot of things for the people of Kerala, like infrastructure development, plus a lot of job opportunities have come in, which is not been highlighted should have been highlighted in the media, social media. A lot of job opportunities are here in Kerala. Only there is a negative campaign is going on that Kerala is there is no job in Kerala. Only so that is totally incorrect. So LDF government will be coming into the power third
Okay,
time.
so you're happy with the kind of work that has been done. What about you? Are you happy with the work that has been done by the government, or you believe that there should be a change here?
I believe there should be a change here. I mean, let's look at it from other factors, right? If you look at the clear economic indicators that we are looking at, whether it is the GSDB to debt ratio or the other fiscal indicators, I believe there are ample opportunities for the state to improve. And frankly, I have not seen that improvement coming in. Surendra kind of, he highlighted there has been a lot of job opportunities, but I have a different opinion and a take there. Given that I, as someone who work outside the state, I have not seen that growth happening, but I see that such growth or such opportunities are ample, specifically in states like Tamil Nadu, which is very near to us, and I do wish such kind of a growth to come in leaps and bounds within the state.
It's a very interesting take because we've been speaking to many residents across Kerala, and for many we've seen exactly this. They've been speaking about job opportunities. You, of course, said that there are enough opportunities here. Do you think so? And if you think there aren't enough job opportunities, why do you think that is? Do you think Kerala also needs skill development? That here it's known for 100% literacy. We are known for good health indices, but there aren't enough opportunities of skill development which could lead to more jobs and industrialization.
You can see the history of the government which is running for the second term. That's a history. So the people over here, they do the voting pattern only because of the development what they have seen in front. So if you see the health department or the education, whatever it is, we are at the top-notch level. So I'm sure that the government performance is 100% over here. Okay. So we look forward for the 3.0.
Okay, so you're happy with what the government has done. What about you? When you're voting, what is important for you? Like they said, jobs and job opportunities for people, or development, or harmony. What is it that you look for when you're casting your vote?
Secularism is first, and harmony is very well here. And the schools, it is very well developed, and you can see when you come on the way, very well established schools, and also everything is going okay here. Okay. So the 3.0 will come.
When you cast your vote, do you think of safety? Do you think of jobs? What are the key issues that you think of?
Okay, nowadays Kerala will go education and hospital facility, everything going smoothly. Yeah.
Okay, so you're happy with what?
Yes, sir, I'm very happy.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So we heard varied voices from here on what is important for the voters as they cast their vote. Many have been speaking about job opportunities in Kerala for a state that is known for a remittance economy. Some say that there have been winds of change. We have seen some changes on the ground. There are others who say that Kerala has a lot more potential and it needs to live up for that.
In just days from now, the people of Palakkad will pick their next leader. And with Palakkad being among the most populated regions in Kerala, the mood on ground could dictate which one of the political forces come to power on the 4th of May.
With that, it's a wrap on the Palakkad edition of Times Now's Election Yatra. It's me, Pratibha, signing off. We head to our next destination, Malappuram and Wayanad. We see you there.